Would Bijan Robinson from Texas
I say
be
nothing.
the kind of player that you could potentially break your own rule for if you were an NFL GM and had a first-round pick?
You never break the rules, no. And you say, I always told Todd, if you're a GM and you sit there and the head coach says, I got to have it, it's in the late first round, like 26 to Dallas, and he's number 8 on your big board, maybe you do.
Yeah.
You got to stick to your rules. Why have rules if they're going to be broken? So I would say no. I would say absolutely not. No running backs in the first round. But if there is one to go, this is a mock draft. And Bijan Robinson's going to go in the first round, I believe. I thought Breece Hall could go late first. Look what he did with the Jets. He was a steal, then he got hurt. And then you think about what Kenneth Walker III did with Seattle, okay? The running backs drop. Even though they're first-round caliber, they drop. Bijan Robinson is certainly first-round caliber. I think he's top 10 caliber. I think Todd agrees on that. I have him on a big board right now at number 8. But if he's there for Dallas, when you got Pollard with the injury, UFA. You think about Zeke. You think about a team that has 3 Super Bowl rings with Emmitt Smith. They've drafted first-round running backs before. They will do it again with the O-line blowing people off the ball and Dak and getting a running back like Bijan. I think for the Dallas Cowboys it makes sense. I love Dwayne McBride from UAB. Only caught a couple passes, but he's got good hands. He just didn't throw the back out of the backfield. Obviously, Jahmyr Gibbs, what he can bring to the table with his lightning speed, incredible speed and versatility. Devon Achane from Texas A&M is another one. Israel Abanikanda from Pitt, underrated back who did a heck of a job for the Panthers up there with Pat Narduzzi. So for me, there's a lot. I go bat 22 deep with running backs that I think can play in the NFL. So we talk about the draft not being that strong. Running back, I think, is pretty doggone good this year, and you can get good ones in the 4th through 7th round this year.
It's like watching a magician. You know that? Like sprinkling stuff, hands are here, look over here, and then all of a sudden he gets his point through with 15 other players. Bottom line, Bijan Robinson. If you want Saquon Barkley, Bijan's your guy. Makes you miss most in the FBS and forced missed tackles, catches the ball out of the backfield, pass protection, and in the building, everyone swears by this guy. The way he works, how much of a teammate he is to everybody else. I'm telling you, there's exceptions to the rule, Mel, and Bijan is one exception to the rule. Saquon was too. Yes, Saquon went through a couple years where he was injured, and it happens. It happens to every player. But when you get Saquon at his best, look what happened this year. When you get Bijan at his best, that's what he can be.
Man, Cowboys fans would just absolutely have a field day. They took yet another running back in the first round, but a player this special at pick 26 would certainly make them a lot better, especially if Tony Pollard is not with the franchise next year.
David Copperfield.
Well, Tom, let's see you work some of your magic because you have one more running back. Mel did mention his name, Jahmyr Gibbs from Alabama. What do you know? Another running back from Alabama who's got a chance to be highly drafted in the NFL. He's a bit different, though, than some of the guys we've seen, the bruisers, the Josh Jacobs, Najee Harrises of the world from Alabama. What do you like about his skill set?
Jahmyr Gibbs he's special. He's Alvin Kamara, he's Dalvin Cook, and it's going to be the same thing with both of them, right? Injuries, can they stay healthy? But when they're on the field and they're 100%, they change the game. They catch the ball, they create, they force missed tackles, and they have that second gear. Jahmyr Gibbs was the fastest player on the Alabama team. When I sat down in the meetings and talked to their staff, he had, I forget, it was 23 point something miles per hour. This dude not only is shifty left and right and twitchy and can make the cuts, he is explosive fast, like wide receiver fast. So to me, if you're going to take a running back, that's the guy you want if you can't get a Bijan Robinson, and I would take him late in the first round.
Matt, you like him?
Yeah, Ty, and the field, you got to like Jahmyr Gibbs, and he's perfect for the way the game's played now. And the Kamara comparison, I hate comps; they're ridiculous. But the Kamara comp's been there for a while. Ty, where did Kamara go? He went in the 3rd round, and he was against Alabama, Tennessee. Jahmyr Gibbs, Georgia Tech, then Alabama. He had to drop.
But if you redrafted,
would
would you take him in the 1st?
Yeah, we could redraft a lot of guys. You're right. He would be certainly one you would move way up. But you look at the drop, I think it was a Tennessee game. The Tennessee game where they would have had chip shot field goal to win the game didn't happen. So Gibbs had that rare drop there, but he's a really good receiver out of the backfield. And when you know about lightning fast, that's Jahmyr Gibbs. Certainly this kid deserves to be, I think, in the second round discussion with Dwayne McBride from UAB and others as well. But I think the first round is pushing it just a bit. Teams, and Todd, you talk to these teams. Every time I bring up running back, they have been devalued in terms of the first round. There's no question about that. Started that ball rolling about 20 years ago, and it's caught on just about with everybody. Bijan Robinson, I think, does go first round. Jahmyr Gibbs, I think, would be. I almost put him in, but I just couldn't find a team. There's priorities other places. When you know you can get a really good running back, like a Sean Tucker from Syracuse is a good one. You know, Tyjae Spears from Tulane is a really good football player. So there's going to be backs that are going to drop into the 4th, 5th, 6th round that could be as good or better, and maybe the guys go a little bit higher.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.